What's up, social media world? It's MC Kane. Beautiful pain music, KANEVISION. Um, I'm very excited to do this Q&A. It's my first time doing it. I'm very glad that a lot of people came in and were actually pretty interested and asked a good amount of questions. I will answer every question as honest and sincere and genuine as I can. So by saying that, that means that I will be answering every question as thoroughly as possible. Just so people can get an understanding of, what I mean by every answer instead of just saying a yes or no. I want people to understand what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, man, we got a lot of good questions. I hope you accept every question as how it is. Every answer is how it is. I mean, like I said, I will answer everything honestly and sincerely and genuinely. That being said, some people might not like a certain answer. Some people might disagree with me, and that's totally fine. I'm totally up to debate on anything. So, that being said, let's go ahead and start this Q&A. Alright, so the first question I have here is from Alyssa Moreno. Shout out to Alyssa. I remember you used to work at the movies. You was always pretty thorough, always pretty good person. So she has 2 questions here for me. How long does it take you to write a song, and what is your inspiration? Well, lately, these past 5 years, it's been taking me about good maybe 2 to 3 months to write a song. Depending, it depends on a lot of things, but generally for a very good song, as far as Deepest Blues, Lost Cause, Beautiful Pain, those took a good minute to write and to compose and record and everything, just because from now on, from there on out, I want to take my time with music. I feel like every song is valuable, and I want to give somebody valuable. Time is so valuable. So for me to put out a song that isn't worth somebody's time, that makes me feel guilty. That I just wasted somebody's time. So I want to put the best product that I got out there, and I want to take my time. It's like I describe myself as an artist, not much of a rapper. I'm more of an artist. It's like the artist that that painted the all these sculptures and the Sistine Chapel in Rome. They took their time. They took years. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the most beautifulest pieces of art ever, priceless art, and that's what I kind of want to provide to people. Now, as far as my inspiration, I have plenty of things that inspire me, but I'm just going to break it down to 3 things right now, the 3 main things. The first, pretty much the most basic, pretty much the main reason, the number one, the main reason, the things that inspire me, the things that my inspiration, the thing that makes me be like I need to write something is definitely I would have to say my emotions, um, most specifically anger and rage. Um, my anger and rage really inspire me a lot. You know, things that don't go the way I want them to go. You know, they they really inspire me to make a song because it kind of you know, obviously when a person gets angry it's because something didn't go the way they wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? It didn't fall to plan. It you know you're just very upset that it didn't happen the way you wanted to. So I tend to resort to things that I can't control, which is a song, which is music. You know, so whenever a situation happens where it makes me upset, I really try hard not to even react. Like I really don't even react to those situations anymore. um, you know, things that make me angry, things that make me sad, things that, you know, bring pain to me, being deceived, loneliness, um, you know, like I said, like a feeling of where you have everything controlled and then out of nowhere it's it's not controlled. You know what I'm saying? Like something happens to where it's like you thought you had it controlled and then it just messes it up. Those situations very much so inspire me to write music. And like I said, I when those happen, I tend I tend not to react to them. um, like any other person I guess usually would. They would go ahead and react and do something about it, right at that moment without even thinking. But me, you know, as far as I know, like in my past situations, it's better if I don't react. It hurts people. um, it just makes the bad situation a lot more worse. So instead of doing that, you know, it motivates me to, you know, get these lyrics in my head. You know, it's better to take some time off and just relax and just chill and write down what I feel about it and end up saying what I want to say, but in a more positive way instead of reacting right then and there. Instead of reacting right then and there and creating a big mess. You know, so that I would say that's definitely my first inspiration. And I could honestly tell you, once one of those situations happen, I already feel like I want to make a song. I feel like I need to make a song. I feel like I want to. I feel like I have to. I have to get this off my chest, but I have to do it the right way. And so that's the first and foremost reason why I make a song. Now, number two, um, a lot of people feel very open to talking to me. I don't know if it's because of my music or maybe just the way that I approach, um, you know, people whenever we were hanging out. But people usually feel very open to telling me their, you know, something very deep about them. You know, I could have probably met this person, you know, a day and 2 days, and you know, they already kind of opened their whole life to me, while I haven't really even opened nothing to them. Um, but good thing about it is I'm a listener. I like to listen to people. I enjoy it, um, especially when they're really needing to vent. Um, so one thing I've learned about that is whenever a person feels like venting, they usually don't like a person to reply back. They really don't like a person to respond with their opinion. They don't. They usually just want somebody to listen, to be there to, you know, if it sucks, just be like, man, you know, that sucks. You know, wow, you know, I hope you find a way out of it. You know, it just depends on the person and the situation, but a good portion of the time, man, people just want somebody to listen. You know, and they kind of figure it out in their head while they're talking out loud to you. Um, But definitely, so with that being said, I typically don't really even give my opinion to that situation. I typically don't. I don't give my opinion on there. Um, I feel like it's better to just stay quiet, let them say what they need to say. So depending on the person, and I go back and they kind of inspire me. Their story inspires me um, to maybe not write a whole song about it, but to write a piece about it, a couple of bars about it. For example, somebody tells me a situation that they went through. Um, so pretty much like in 4 bars, something that they say kind of catches my attention. It catches my attention to want to write something about it. So I kind of use this piece of what they said. I write 4 bars about it, and then the next 4 bars, I kind of write a solution for it. I just don't leave it to where it stays like that. I tend to write the solution for it. Um, so while I do that, I I create something to where, like, if I would have give them my reply right then and there, they'll probably listen, but they're just so focused on what's going on with their life that they probably don't really even want to listen to it. They don't really care about it. They're just focused on this bad thing that's going on. But here I put out a song, and it's like they listen to it. And they're gonna listen to it and they're gonna be like, wow, I relate to these 4 bars, and next thing you know, here goes the next um, the solution to it. So I help them, and I help anybody else that kind of feels like they're in the same predicament as this person. So it's better like that, and then they put the song on repeat. You know what I'm saying? And they just feel like, you know, I kind of will influence to make them a good decision on how to fix the situation that they're in. The third part is the instrumental. The beat I'm using for a song. Sometimes, man, the right beat just ignites the right lyrics. I swear, man. Like, you kind of have some lyrics down already, but I swear, once you find that perfect beat, that perfect instrumental where you feel like this instrumental is definitely gonna help you tell the story that you've been wanting to tell, man, you know, it's all good right there. Like, I swear it's happened. It's I was writing beautiful pain, the song Beautiful Pain, and I've been having lyrics here and there, kind of scattered around my notebook, here and there, lyrics. And then, boom, I find this instrumental. And wow, just all these lyrics just flows in my head. I fix it up. I fix it up to, how everything could go good. I just don't write like a whole song, like bar for bar, just all at once and it just connects. Like, nah, I fix up the songs with several beats, with several bars that I have scattered around my notebook. I fix it up. Maybe, one bar is better in the beginning, and then some bars are better in the middle, some then are better at the end. And and with hearing the instrumental and just turning it up loud and just vibing with it, it's like the words automatically come to my head. They automatically come to my head, and I'm able to, make an awesome song, and I'm just like, wow. I've always had that one, couple of bars like, dear life, I'm writing you a love letter in case I ever quit rap and life later. I had those bars sitting down for a good minute, man, and I just didn't know what to come up with it. And then, I heard this beat, and Beautiful Pain beat, and wow, it completely inspired me. And so with that being said, I do got, like, I got this song called Divine Mercy that I'm already 3 years in, and I still haven't finished it. Just due to that, one day I have a good beat. One day I find a better beat. Um, One day, the lyrics, I'm feeling it. The lyrics go hard. The lyrics go good. But then, I find this other instrumental, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe these lyrics will be better for that one, for this song. But I think this Divine Mercy song is a song that I've been working on for a good minute. And I think whenever it's finished, I think a lot of people are going to love it. It's definitely going to be one of my most greatest masterpieces that I've ever created as far as an artist. So I'm even excited to know how it's going to turn out, because I know how much work I put into it. But when will it be done? I don't know, man. It just determines. I got so much love for rap music. I got so much love for the music, period, that I can't take no 8 minutes to write a song, man. Somebody tells me, they write it. It took them 8 minutes to write a song, man. Honestly, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I kind of don't even want to hear that song. But I guess what works for others don't work for me, and I like to take my time with music. So the next question we have here. Shout out to Sandra Godinez. She's a pretty dope person as well. Thank you for submitting very good questions. Okay, so the first question she had is, do I get a friend discount? Which I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate it. I think that's the word. I don't know, but change it up to do I give out friend discounts? I'm guessing this is this is for photography, but I'm going to go ahead and just say it for everything. Music, photography, video. No, I do not give out a friend discount. Since I'm a starting business, since it's a starting business, man, I do not want to give out friend discounts. Maybe in the future, as things progress, I might, but at the moment, no. And I believe this. If you, and this goes to everybody, if you think somebody is a friend, you consider somebody a friend, you know what I'm saying, and this friend has a business, it is good to support them. Support your friends' businesses. It don't matter if they're selling shirts, if they're doing what I'm doing, photography, music. If you like what they do, genuinely, not just because, oh, they're my friend, I'm going to go ahead and support them. If you genuinely do like what they do, and you feel that they provide a good service, pay them what they ask for without a discount. A lot of people support people that don't even know them. They support these artists. They're out there buying these music from these artists that don't care about them. That this artist don't know you. He don't care about you. He just cares about the money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Or they buy clothes from somebody they don't even know, or they go ahead and do this and that. Nah, man. You gotta support your friend's business, man. If you genuinely like it and you call this person your friend, go support them. Pay whatever they tell you. That things are paid. Full price, man. That shows love. That shows support. And like I said, whenever I my business, Lord willing, goes out and actually does really good, then yeah, I'll be glad to give out friend discounts, and to anybody that supported me at first, I'll be glad to let them know that I appreciate you even helping me out right from the start. So while other people gotta pay whatever, I'm gonna give you a discount. But as of right now, as a starting business, no, I do not give friend discounts. I do not believe in giving friends discounts, and I suggest everybody not to give a friend discount if you are starting a business. I do that myself, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple people that are entrepreneurs as well. And you know, I tell them, hey man, you know, give me your price. Whatever. You know, even though I'm cool with them and they cool with me, it's better to, you know, hey, just give me the price and I got you, man. Because I understand. So, to answer your question, at the moment, no friend discounts. Okay. Still from Sandra. What inspired you to do music and photography? I feel like I already answered the music one, so I'll go ahead and answer the photography question. What inspired me to do photography? Um, well, let's go ahead. Before I even did photography, before I was even thinking about doing photography, I just wanted to do videos. What inspired me to even do videos, like music videos, was that I felt like, you know what, man, I'm not really a flashy type of guy. My videos, I really don't really need to do all this other stuff. So I felt like, you know, instead of paying somebody, whoever charges however much money, um, $1,000, you know, why don't I just invest in my own camera, invest in the movie making software, and I make my own videos. You know, all I gotta do is just contact somebody to hold the camera for me, and I tell them how to move, where we're gonna go, and that's it. And you know what I'm saying? Make my own video like that. Yeah, I invested a good amount of money, but you know, I make all the videos I want. So first off, it started off as a video. KANEVISION was just supposed to be music videos. Anybody that else wanted that music video, hey, you know, I got you. You know, I got you. Uh, but then it evolved into photography. Um, One day I was just like, you know, um, I was just kind of thought, I was like, okay, maybe I should just go ahead and try to see what else the camera does. You know, I was kind of bored today and nothing much was going on, so I was just like, okay, you know, I'll go ahead and let me learn more about my camera, you know. And I kind of, you know, was like, you know, definitely not gonna use automatic, definitely gonna try to do manual, learn about the camera. I mean, I paid a lot of money for it, might as well just know what else it does, photography. And hey man, it just kind of happened to where I kind of learned about the camera, learned about what everything does, ISO, the shutter speed, you know. Um, and it just turns out that I have a very good vision for photography and how to do it. So that definitely helped uh, create a pretty good, you know, uh, kind of like start off a good, you know, thing for this photography. So now it's like I just don't only do videos, I do photography, and it makes things a lot, makes me a lot more open to a lot more things that people need. Um, but my inspiration when it comes to photography itself, it's kind of like the opposite of when it comes to music. When it comes to beautiful pain music, I already said, you know, anger, pain, feeling the seed, feeling kind of like all these negative things, and I just kind of turn it positive. But when it comes to photography, it's pretty much all positive. I mean, I really haven't done no beautiful paint photography. Everything has just been pretty much very positive. I like to go to the arboretum and I like to take pictures of flowers and a squirrel that's laying down just chilling, you know what I'm saying, or the sky. Um, you know, especially weddings. I love doing wedding photography. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's like love. It's so positive. It's so amazing. So my photography right now is kind of like I said, the opposite of my music stuff. It's more positive. It's a positive side of me, you know. Even though in Beautiful Pay music, you hear all these things that I'm going through in life. When it comes to photography, it's my vision, Kane vision, how I see things. And I love it, you know. It's like I said, especially weddings, you know. Getting hired for a wedding is a very beautiful thing. You see these two people that are in love, man. Usually every time all you hear is, nah, I don't want to, don't nobody want to get married no more. People be like 1D, people be like, I ain't trying to fall in love, or, you know, F love and this and that. But whenever you like, they're at the moment of these two people getting married, like it makes you believe that there is, man. And I love seeing that. I love being able to capture this beautiful moment, this special moment between these two people. So that's my inspiration for photography is a lot more positive. But I would like to do this thing, beautiful paint photography, which is, maybe I go to a funeral. Maybe I take of somebody that's been sad, and try to create a message of same as the music, but in a photography way. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. Next question by Sandra is, who's your biggest supporter? My biggest supporter, man, I would honestly have to say is myself. I don't know if that sounds selfish, but honestly, I am my own supporter. I love listening to my own music. I love what I do. Like, I love what I do. Like, when I say that, it's like I love rapping. I love making videos. I love the photography that I do, but I also love what I do. Like, I love looking at what I've done. I love watching my videos. I love hearing my music. I love seeing my photography. I'm my own number one fan, because at the end of the day, that's what I always made music for to begin with, is me. I make the lyrics that I want to hear, that somebody says. I want to hear the beats that somebody chose. But, it just so happened that I make them and I write my own lyrics. So I make my own thing. Now, as far as other people that support, I can't really name you a specific person. I really can't. Because it's not like I have my songs on iTunes and I'm like, oh wow, this certain person always buys my song every time. As soon as it drops, they always go and buy it. No, I don't have that. I do several different things, and it's open to several different people that I really don't have right now. I can't say who's my number one supporter as far as myself. But I do notice people that, social media stuff, that like stuff, comment, share, show love. I do notice those people. And I appreciate those people. I appreciate people that have contacted me for photography work. I appreciate people that have contacted me for music video work. I appreciate people that have contacted me for shirts, for my Beautiful Pain music apparel. I appreciate everybody that has supported me in that. But in order to say, you're my biggest supporter, I really can't say that except for myself. I'm the one that have invested in myself. I've invested a lot of money in everything that I do. And, it just so happens that I love my product. I don't understand why there's a lot of artists out there that I've heard several different artists that they don't even listen to what they've made, or they don't listen to their music, or they don't watch their videos. I'm like, if you can't do that, then why do you expect anybody else to do it? I feel like you gotta love what you do, and you gotta be proud of what you do. Most definitely. But maybe that question will come up maybe in a couple more years, and I would actually say, you know what, this is actually my number one supporter, my best supporter. But there's other people too, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be honest. There's people out there that say they support you, And I've seen it, man. Like, there's people out there that be like, man, I support you. I've been following you. Okay, cool, man. That's cool. You know? Oh, okay. But sometimes, man, people just be saying stuff that, you know, like, they just say things just to kind of want to use you. They want to make you feel good, and they want to use what you got. They're like, man, you know, their true intention is to use your studio, or, you know, maybe get a music video out of you for free. You know what I'm saying? I could see pass through somebody so quick, man. Don't even play with me, bro.
Alright, so we're gonna go
honestly,
ahead,
man, once we do that, you ain't gonna hear me holler at you back
with the questions.
But to answer your question,
This next one I have is by Andrea. Shout out to Andrea. She's always been pretty good to me. So, you know, shout out to her. Been knowing her for a good minute. Well, pretty much her questions are what you doing, how you been, who's been spending time with you, how you fell in love again. Whenever I first read that, I was just like, I kind of just smiled, man. Just, you know, a little laugh or whatever. But I didn't expect nobody to send that in. But she hit that hoe for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you're a supporter of MC Kane, or you've been following for a good minute, then you'll know that is actually a hook for one of my songs. It's called Have You Fell in Love Again. But I will go ahead and answer your questions. What are you doing? I'm out here making moves. I wouldn't say major moves at the moment, but definitely making moves. How you been? Been good. I've been busy, tired, working. You know, kind of like 20-hour days type stuff. You know, I go to work, my real job. Work long hours there. Leave. Take a little hour, 2-hour break. And then I work on my KANEVISION, beautiful paint music stuff. So either way, I'm staying busy, for sure. Who's been spending time with you? Well, I will say, if I'm not by myself, chilling alone, working on my craft, I am definitely outside kicking it with my little baby, Maya, my little German Shepherd puppy. Definitely kicking it out there with her, sipping a little Corona. Just holding it down, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I ain't really been kicking it with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Have you fell in love again? Nah. The only thing I'm in love with right now, man, is whatever comes with I've been doing, which is, you know, long nights, you know, just taking it all in. I'm in love with the struggle. I'm in love with my passion. I'm in love with the pain. But as far as being in love with another person, with a female, nah, I can't say I've been in love yet for a good minute. You know, maybe one day. The next question is by Casey. She's a very good friend of mine. We used to work together at her office. We used to kind of get into arguments and such. Hers is not really even a question. It's just more my idea on something. And I'm gonna give you what I think, man, for real. I don't know how much I put this one though, cause this one's gonna be sure last answer. Her thing, my opinion on something is, I think J. Cole is not sincere with his music, man. Not sincere at all. I mean, a lot of people think J. Cole is an amazing artist, amazing rapper. I don't agree with that. I feel like he's okay. I feel like as far as rapping and rhyming words, he's an okay dude. A lot better than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He got a flow. He can rhyme. So definitely not gonna say he's not worthy of being a good rapper. But I would say he's not one of the greats. Definitely not. Like other people put him like, wow, he's just amazing. Nah, I wouldn't put him there, man. I feel like he's not sincere. I feel like he's not genuine. His song, when I hear it, I feel like he don't wreck to me, man. He just don't wreck. I feel like he just kind of does things. Just, I don't know, man. Like the world is just so ready for something different, so they latch on to that. They latch on to him. And honestly, man, like I've heard better artists that aren't even, at his stardom, but they're way more greater artists, man. Check out Max Minnelli. Check out Joe Budden, for real. Cassette Coast. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them, man, and you'll be like, wow, those are great artists. J. Cole, man, he falls just to the ladder of just being a good rapper, man. Not too much, man, to be honest. Plus, I feel like sometimes he just kind of like rhymes things just to rhyme, and I'm just not a big fan of him, man. I've heard a couple songs. I just don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he is. I mean, I think he still needs a long way to go as far as rapping goes. I really haven't really studied too much of his other stuff or whatever, anything else he does in this world. He's probably a good guy, probably a good person. And who knows, maybe me and him could probably actually be friends or be cool. But as far as rapping goes, man, definitely not one of the greatest. So, okay. The next couple questions that we have here, this person chose to be anonymous. Let me go ahead and read these questions right quick. At what age did you start rapping? Well, I started rapping at the age of 15. At the age of 15 is when I started to invest in my music. I started to, put money down and actually try to make moves as far as music goes. The age of 15, which was 2007. I made that decision May 1st. So I apologize. May 21st of 2007. I made that decision to be a rapper, to dedicate most of my time and my money on this beautiful art that people call rap. who inspired you to rap? Um, this is actually gonna ignite that question actually ignited the story of how I even started rapping. What? Who? Well, I'll tell you. It was because of a girl. I've never told this story to nobody before. So I apologize if it sounds like the first time I'm telling it, but it's because it's the first time I'm telling it. It started because of a girl. That's when I can trace back and be like, yeah. Back in 2007, it was the MySpace days. MySpace days of barely got it. And you know, whatever. There was a little cute girl up in there. Kind of requested. And I looked through her profile, and honestly, man, this girl was just, at that time, at the age of 15, 2007, this girl was, I looked at her profile picture and kind of looked at all her stuff, man, just being a little weirdo, I guess. Wow. To me, she was just one of the most beautifulest girls I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So I requested her. And, you know, I kind of leave a comment here and there. You know how MySpace was. You leave a comment. People say, oh, I appreciate it. Or, you know, you message them. It ain't too hard. I had my MySpace page all set up, all clean, you know. Now, dollar signs, and, you know, just straight up trying to be cool, you know how. But, you know, one thing, you know, was that, you know, I said hi, and, you know, she said hi back, and we kind of talked a little bit. You know, she let me know she was interested in writing, in music. You know, me, at that time I was kind of interested in music. I never really wrote nothing, but I was kind of interested in music. But she told me that, and, you know, she talked back. So I was just like, you know what, man, I gotta take advantage of the situation. So my brother was already a freestyle king. My brother was already a rap genius by this time. I was like, hey, man, this very beautiful girl. I showed him a picture and everything. And I was like, hey, man, she likes music, she likes writing. Can you help a nigga out with, you know, putting down nice little trillo rhymes, you know what I'm saying? He did. Appreciate it. Salute to the brother. He is one of the best rappers ever. Guaranteed, man. Y'all don't even know. As the story continues, I'll tell you. But pretty much, man, he wrote something down, last little flow, you know what I'm saying? I put it on her comments. She loved it. She loved it. And, you know, that kind of led her to want to talk to me a little bit more. Told my brother, hey, man, do another one. Do another one. He kind of did a little bit, 2 or 3 more. Do that. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get her number. And the thing was, man, whenever we talked on the phone, okay, like, even though that wasn't my rounds, man, she ignited something. You know what I'm saying? She ignited something. Like, we talked on the phone, man, and if anybody knows me at the age of 15, you know, that's straight up high school, maybe finishing freshman year. I could tell you this, man, I wasn't the most coolest, popular person in school. I wasn't. I was, you know, very quiet. I wouldn't say shy. I wasn't shy, but just very quiet, man. Kept to myself. Um, just, you know, I would just sit there and just try to get through the day, really. I wasn't really trying to, like, I wasn't a bad kid, because to me, the bad kids meant that you kind of had to stay in school a little bit longer. You had to stay for detention, or hold on, you got to meet the principal, or, you know what, I'm going to call your mom, or it just seemed like a whole lot of unnecessary drama to me, to be a bad kid, to be like, you know, one of the bad kids. So that's why I never even tried to be like that, man. Oh, man, shit. To me, when it came to high school, was I want to go to school, do what I gotta do, and get out. I didn't care about making friends. I didn't care about nothing. Because at the end of the day, man, high school is just pure BS, man. Like, ain't nobody even talking about nothing, man. Real talk. That's how I felt. That's why I didn't even really talk to nobody. Because ain't nobody really even talking about nothing. Ain't nobody talking about making no moves. Everybody just talking about hoes and what kind of new J's they got. And, oh, look what I got. Look at the grill. And that's trill and all, but, man, I'm talking about making some moves, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What's up? But, you know, I really didn't have a lot of game either. So, here we go, man. One of the most beautifulest girls in the world is all of a sudden very interested in me. And a good part of it is because she thinks I know how to rap, or I know how to rhyme. So, excuse me, I had to learn how to rap. I told my brother, hey, man, things are getting kind of serious with this girl. Teach me how to rap, man. Teach me how to rap. You know, tell me everything you know. To me, my brother at that time was already one of my top favorite rappers in the world. So, teach me everything you know, man. He taught me about bars. He showed me my first rap. Showed me how to rap my first rap. And pretty much all from that was history, man. I started my first rap. I wrote it. It was like, it's cool. But it's still a little bit more work. So, I kept writing. Until I kind of wrote her my first actual real rap dedicated to her. She loved it. It really didn't sound as trill as how I rap now, but you know, it was cool for what it's worth. She loved it, man, and she's the one that inspired me to rap, man, because, you know, later on as we kind of kept talking, you know, we kind of started talking about forming this little group. I would be the rapper, she was the singer. And we would call each other down as royalty. That was the name of the group. I'm not gonna say her name. I don't believe I have to. But she stays with me every time I do anything. Even here 10 years later. Look how much I've advanced.
She's not here right now. I don't know what she's doing. Last thing I know is that she got married, has a couple kids. That's all I know. And me, I'm still here with the dream. That's the thing about me, man. You know, that's one thing I even call myself hopeless romantic, man. Like, you know, the thing about me, man, is like, you know, when I get in touch with somebody and I really focus with somebody, man, it's like my mind falls in love with this idea, with this dream, and it falls in love with it so much that it actually believes that it's true. It believes that it's true. To the day it realizes that it's not true, when reality hits. And that's the day when disappointment comes, and, well, that's not always a good thing. But ever since then, I've always been like that. I've always been like this little hopeless romantic. And that's why I named this my new project, Hopeless Romantic, man. I've always been like that. But yeah, this woman, you know, there was a lot of things that was about her that made me think she was the one. I mean, come on, man. At 15, man, nobody else talks to you. Nobody else really messes with you, man. No girl's even interested in you because you're not even like this flashy type dude. You're just a chilling dude, man. You know, you ain't even trying to even mess with nobody. But the most beautifulest girl at that time, you know, she's interested in you. Yeah, almost had the same birthday. Y'all were born the same year. She was just born a day before you at the same hospital. Y'all live about 15 minutes away from each other. You start thinking, maybe this is meant to be. Well, I don't know if it was meant to be about me and her, but I know this whole music thing was meant to be for me. Things just happen like that. It's cool. But yeah, she's the one that inspired me to be a rapper, to rap, and I wish her the best in life. Alright, so the next question is, are you single or in a relationship? I am single. I believe that women want an ambitious man until they have an ambitious man. It's just the way it goes. That's how it's been with me. You know, unfortunately, that's just how it goes, man. I really don't have a big answer to that, to give to that. Now, she did have a big question. I will answer it as thoroughly as I can. I will proceed. Me and my ex had been together 5 years, and I recently found out that he's been cheating. I have been with him through thick and thin, even when he hit rock bottom. I was there, and I'm not complaining because I helped him out, because I love him and I wanted better for us. We have a 3-year-old daughter, and it's just heartbreaking to explain to her why daddy won't be coming home at all. I'm basically asking, how do
how do I move on from him? I poured my heart and soul into him, dedicated my time to him, gave him all my love. He easily moved on, which hurts me knowing that. I'm strong, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I was just a waste of time to him. He really had a good woman and preferred some young little girl. Honestly, man, I would say time heals all. I really can't imagine the pain that you're going through with that situation. It's tough. But I would say this, man, you were not definitely a waste of time to him. Time heals all, man. Just stay patient. He's gonna realize that. He's gonna realize that he messed up. At the end of the day, he's the one that loses. Even though it might seem like, oh, he's winning right now. I mean, well, maybe, okay, he got somebody else that's new, and it might seem like he's winning, but he's not. He's not winning. He's actually losing. He's losing this beautiful, good woman that he had. He's not winning, man. Even though I know it might seem tough and it might be really paradox and hard to understand, but if you love him, if you really love him, forgive him. Forgive what he did and continue on with your life. Your main job right now is to be a mom. Be a mom to your child. If daddy's not going to be able to come home, that's just the situation. Be honest to her. Well, be honest to your kid. Definitely be honest. They'll love you for it in the future. Even though you might think they don't know and they don't listen, they pay attention. I don't have kids of my own, but I know. That's not a question that was asked, so I'm not going to answer it on how I know that. But definitely be strong for your kid. He's gonna realize he messed up. Time heals all, man, and time has a way of letting things work out on its own. I've been a witness to that. There's still some things that I don't know that I've been wanting to know, but there are some things that answer before others. So just know that this guy lost a good woman. He's gonna regret that later. I would say just continue being a mom to your child. Be the best mom you can be. And forgive. Pretty much forgive. Forgive what he did.
I know it's tough. I've been deceived before too. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, I've been married and I've been deceived just like you. No, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that I have a kid with somebody, but I know how it feels to be deceived, and it's a very horrible feeling. But stay strong, man. Stay strong. You got this. You can do it. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. Next question. How long have you been interested in music? Well, that kind of goes back to the other question where, well, I started rapping at the age of 15, which was 10 years ago. But I've been interested in music way before that. I have been very interested in music pretty much since I knew how to put a tape in the stereo. Since I knew how to put a CD in the stereo. That's how long I've been interested in music. The first artists that I've been very interested in listening to were artists like Ricky Martin, Michael Jackson. In my earlier stages in life, I'll say about 9 or 10, I would dance like those artists. I would dance. I would go to talent shows and dance. And I would impersonate them. Michael Jackson, I would impersonate him. I had the hat, the costume, the shoes, the glove, and everything exactly on how to impersonate him. And music has been part of my life this whole time in my life. And I'm very glad to even come up with my own kind of music and my own kind of voice on how to create it. It wasn't until maybe 2001, 2002 that I became more interested in rap music. My brother started listening to rap, and he really got into the culture of rapping and freestyling. And I would always look at him. He was always my biggest influence. And he showed me, he would put on instrumentals and just rap, and I kind of saw what he saw, what he did, and I would kind of mimic that. And came to the point to where when I heard an instrumental, words just started coming to my mind. I didn't know how to write a rap song, but I just knew words would come to my mind until he taught me how to write. And then that's when I started writing music at the age of 15. But before that, I would listen to instrumentals. Like, it's so weird, even back then, I would listen to an instrumental and I knew exactly like what I wanted to say to that instrumental. And that's just the beautiful art of rap. Anybody else that doesn't do it like that, to me, it's a waste of time. So, I've been interested in music since I can remember. I've always loved music, Mexican music, everything. Alright, so the last question that I have here is: how, where, and when did the name Beautiful Pain Music come to be? This was submitted by Arturo Salgado. He also has his own photography business. So if I'm not able to accommodate your photography needs, make sure to holler at him. Arturo Salgado, that's his Facebook name. How, where, and when did the name Beautiful Pain Music come to be? Well, man, it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to simplify it, but still keep it very informative as possible. Beautiful Pain Music came to be, man. How? It came to be in 2014, but I feel like it's been started since 2009. And for you to understand why in 2014 and 2009, I'll tell you the story. Kind of like the story. But pretty much, man, in 2009, I went through a situation. I was 18 years old. And I went through a situation where I was very deceived. I was deceived by a woman. I won't go very deep to it because that's not a question that was asked. But I will explain to this. I'll just keep it general as possible. I was very deceived. I was the most heartbroken as you can ever imagine. I got really angry. I was already rapping by then. I was already definitely rapping by then. I already, had made several projects. I already had, in 2008, January 1st, 2008, Texas Grinders. In the middle of all that, I had Confessions of a Hustler. And then after that, I had Road to Success, not 2009. After that one, I was deceived. I got my first girlfriend. It wasn't the girl that I talked about earlier, but it was just a different girl. I got me a girlfriend. And I was deceived. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. So, what happened? I turned to the Bible. I grew up in a Catholic home. My mom is a very religious Catholic. I grew up in a Catholic home. I went to Sunday school when I was younger. When I was very younger, I would go to church every day, every Sunday. Every Sunday, go to church. And then it came to a point to where I stopped going to church from the age of maybe 13, to 18. I stopped going to church. I just didn't feel like it. I don't know, I didn't see it as important. But when I was going through that moment in 2009, I went ahead and opened I was very angry at that time. I was listening to different kinds of music. Just very angry, very, very, very surprised. Like, why would this happen to me? Out of anybody, I mean,
I didn't believe in deceiving anybody. I had a pure heart, kind of. But as far as relationship goes, straight up pure heart. This was my first girlfriend, so I was just like, what, I'm definitely not gonna try to do nothing to mess this up. I opened the Bible and I started reading it. And I started reading the Beatitudes. That's in Matthew, New Testament. Beatitudes. The Beatitudes, man, are a very beautiful thing, and those are, I would say, most of the main things that started beautiful pain music. Because I was rapping before that, but those are really what inspired beautiful pain music. So, if you read the Beatitudes, they say things are like, blessed are those that mourn. Blessed are those that mourn. Wow. To me, that always seemed kind of paradox. Blessed are those that mourn. Pretty much saying, happy are those that are sad. It didn't make sense to me. Kept reading the Bible though. Trying to make sense of it. I questioned it. Kept reading. Blessed are those that mourn. Okay. What does that mean? I'm mourning right now. I just got deceived. I'm mourning. How am I blessed? That's what I would think. I kept reading, man. And the more I read, it led to Jesus' crucifixion. Jesus' crucifixion. As a Catholic, I can't speak of no other Christian religion except for Catholicism, because I am a Catholic. I practice Catholicism. As a Catholic, a lot of people look at the, Jesus on the cross, and they ask, why do you wear this person on your necklace, on your chest, man? This person that looks like you're hurting. This is supposedly your Lord. Why do you even wear him? Why do you wear him like all crossed up and bloody and everything? Like, isn't his main thing his salvation, his resurrection? Yeah, man, but him being on the cross, man, as a Catholic, this is how every Catholic should believe. We see a picture. We see an image. Instead of an image of a man that is sad, that is hurting, we see an image of a happy man. Why? Because he's doing God's will. Now, if you read the Beatitudes, you would understand that. Power? I mean, he's free from all those things that make a human being think that being a human being is what matters. Power, honor, riches. Jesus on the cross, he doesn't have no power on that cross. He's hanging, bloody. Honor? No honor at all. People spit at him, make fun of him. No honor in that, man. Nobody's praising him. But I will tell you what makes him a happy man. He's disconnected from all the pleasures of the world that make people usually
addicted to something. People are so addicted to pleasure, especially when they turn adults. They're just so addicted because it's so easy to obtain pleasure. People love pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm hurting. Go ahead and fix this pain up. They can't stand pain. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand it. So they go ahead and try to find some sort of pleasure. They can't stand loneliness, so they go ahead and hire somebody for they won't be lonely. Or they quickly text somebody, man, I need to talk to somebody so I won't be lonely. No, man, it's cool to be lonely, bro. Be lonely for a little bit longer, man. It's cool. But Jesus is detached from everything on the cross, man. You know why? Because he's doing God's will. That's why he's happy. When I look at that picture of Jesus on the cross, I think that's a picture of a happy man. That's a picture of somebody that's doing God's will. That's what it is, man. Beautiful pain, man, is doing God's will. Carrying your cross and taking it with you. And be ready for whatever situation might come up. A main inspiration, influence of beautiful pain music was my cousin's death. My cousin jail. He died in 2014. He was 23 years old. And I remember the funeral. It didn't really hit me when I first heard about it. It hit me whenever his mom started crying at the church, my aunt. That was very painful to see. Very painful to see. I know my cousin through, every time I would visit him, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I knew him all the way. I knew exactly what he was going through. I knew exactly now. I wouldn't say that. But I knew him every time I would go to Florida. And he always show love. Or be cool with him, nigga. I loved it, man. I love my family. I love his sister. I love his little brother. Shout out to Abby and Tony. I hope y'all doing good. But definitely, man, it hit me hard when you definitely gotta be burying your cousin. Gotta be lifting up his casket with the rest of your cousins. Lifting it up. Be part of the one that's holding him up. Putting him on his gravesite. It goes down. And now, next thing you know, you're shoveling dirt on him. It affects you, man, because it hurts. But I will say this. After all of that situation, we went back to my aunt's house. I went ahead and bought some beer. And we all held it down hard, man. We held it down hard. Just celebrating his life. Celebrating who he was. That's all that mattered to us, was celebrating, just talking about him. Just, wow, he did some amazing things on his 23 years of life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what matters. And a little bit after that, I wrote the song Beautiful Pain. And I felt like that's what I wanted to do. Music that's honest, sincere, and genuine. That's what makes beautiful pain music beautiful pain music. Beautiful beats, beautiful instrumentals that make people wonder, make people think, with some honest, sincere, genuine rhymes. The moment I start to think, man, I'm going hard, I'm wrecking, is the time I stop writing and tell myself, calm down, humble yourself, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely I would say God has a big part of it. I would believe anybody, man, that my point is just to help people. I want to help people. It doesn't matter who I rap with. I just know I always wanted a wreck. I always wanted a wreck. I always want to give kind of people, like, I'm not an entertainer, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me, man, is that I'm not here to entertain nobody. I don't believe I was in this world to entertain you. I'm not put this world to entertain nobody. I'm just a regular dude. Like I said, man, I'm just regular. I'm just a regular dude. I work a regular job. I'm nobody special, man. Nobody special. I am the heartbeat of every aborted babe. The idea of every genius that was ever considered crazy. I'm the teardrop of everyone that has ever lost hope. And I'm the voice of every forgotten soul. That's what beautiful pain music is. So, if you want to learn more about what I understand or how I got my understanding, man, let me go ahead and grab some notes for you right quick. I like to recommend to everybody, first and foremost, if you're not even really even Catholic or Christian, these are pretty good books to read. I think reading expands the mind, so any kind of reading is good reading. I would definitely recommend these books if you want to understand beautiful pain music or anything else that I do. Definitely the first book that I've read was St. Augustine Confessions. That is definitely a good book to read. St. Augustine Confessions. The second book I would recommend you to read is a very good book. These all have gotten very good ratings on Amazon.com, so I suggest you even check them out. This one's called Divine Mercy and the Soul, the Diary of Saint Maria Faustina Kowalska. You know what I'm saying? That's a very good book. I suggest you check that out. It explains a lot of beautiful stuff, beautiful pain music. I think this is very good to understand if you're going through some situations. The other book I would suggest you read is An Exorcist Tell His Story. This is an amazing book by Father Gabriel Amorth. Definitely check that out whenever you have a chance. It explains a lot of pain that we go through,
and he explains it from a different angle. Like I said, you're probably not Catholic. You probably don't believe in that. That's fine. That's cool. I would suggest you read them anyways, just because they're very good readings. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people wonder, beautiful pain music. It's such a paradox. It's actually very Catholic based. You know, it's actually Catholic based name. So, even though I really don't talk about Jesus in my music, it is very Catholic based, but I do it my own way. And I try to teach somebody something every time I write a song. A lot of people wonder, a lot of people think maybe, you know, there shouldn't be no pain in this world, or there shouldn't have no tension. Everybody should just agree on everything. But here's the thing, you know, we're made of body, physical body, and soul. So, of course there's going to be tension. Of course there's going to be a difficulty in agreeing with something, because we're made of body and soul, and our body and a soul go to different directions. Your body's going to want what the body wants, but your soul knows what's real. So of course there's always going to be a disagreement with things. Loneliness. A lot of people feel like they shouldn't feel lonely. It's okay to feel lonely. This is not our world. This is not our world. Nothing's supposed to meant to be perfect in this world. But there is another world where everything's going to be beautiful. And you won't feel lonely. And you won't feel deceived. And you'll feel nothing but love. And somewhere in between all that is the message for beautiful pain music. I appreciate for all the questions. Thank you for submitting them. I might be doing this later on in life, but as of right now, this is all I got. Thank you. I hope y'all continue to support me as an artist, MC Kane, beautiful pain music, and KANEVISION. Thank you very much.